Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. As usual, having a great day. First up, Bitfinex is in the news. Apparently they are going to build a decentralized crypto exchange on the EOS platform known as EOSFinex, which I'll get into more in a second. They say that one of the main reasons that they're doing this is to kind of decentralize the exchange community and to also get away from companies such as Coinbase. They said they will be using EOS because of its scalability and its speed. They are choosing this over Ethereum because they say that EOS at the moment will be quicker than Ethereum is at the moment without the entire sharding thing. A couple things. I think it's weird that they are already a very big exchange, but now they are creating another one. As decentralized as it might be, they're trying to promote it as though it will be this harmonious type of exchange thing with no fees, etc., etc. But I think it's weird that a company would create another company, even though their company is already popular, to try and I don't think they'll be losing money from this. So it seems kind of weird how they're promoting it. And secondly, they say that the reason that they're doing this is to try, like I said, to get away from companies such as Coinbase. But Coinbase right now solves one of the main problems within the cryptocurrency community, and that is how do we get government issued currencies into crypto? Because I don't think at the moment that there's any decentralized exchange that you are able to deposit crypto into, because it would then be linked to bank accounts and to banks. So I'm not exactly sure how they're planning on getting around this. This is why I think, at least at the moment, Coinbase is a necessary evil until Robinhood finally, I think they're starting soon, until they finally get picked up and they have spread over more than just a couple of states where they will be launched. Because at that point, they kind of have an incentive to, whatever the point is. The point is that everyone seems to be saying bad things about Coinbase, but no one is able to solve the problem that they are, helping at the moment. We don't know how else to get US dollars or whatever the case might be into crypto. So this will be very interesting as it goes forward, because I think EOS doesn't officially launch until sometime late spring or early summer. Next up, BitConnect is once again in the news. It's impossible to stay away from this. I think this is going to be going on for a very, very, very long time. This is interesting because I found in this article a couple of names that I had seen floating around the internet for a while. Long story short, the people behind BitConnect were apparently also behind something called OneCoin, which I saw a lot of people trying to promote the last couple of months on this channel, on the anywhere within the comment section. Like I said, it's this one, and I think it's Deep Onion or something like that. And people keep sending me messages saying that it's not a scam, but it's very obvious that these are bots that are putting things into the comment section, because they're constantly saying, like they'll comment on whatever the video is, and then they'll go, yeah, but Deep Onion, definitely solves this problem. And it's like, okay, I get it. You guys are hardcore fans, but it's very, just from the wording of it, it seems like they are bots. If you are not robots, I do apologize, but this is what I have seen from the last 200 Deep Onion comments on the comment section. What's important about this, once again, is that these coins were also a part of it. OneCoin, XEcoin, Crypto 888, and OctoCoin were also apparently part of the BitConnect Ponzi scheme. I saw a lot of people, a lot of other YouTubers pushing this one. I think one of these is a, what's it called? I think they are proof of stake coin. Forgive me if I am incorrect, but one of these I believe is a proof of stake coin, and they were trying to push it onto other people, telling them to mine it, etc., and then to put it onto this platform, what have you. So there, I say this all the time, and I'll say it again. There's a reason why I only tell you about certain coins, and I know that you guys want me to cover an abundant amount of other coins that you continue to ask me about, but there's a reason why I don't cover them, because when you look into them for about a minute and a half on Google, you see that a lot of these are scams. They tell you to buy into this, and they don't tell you what the coin is for, and they say if you do this, they'll give you anything that says they will give you any type of fixed income forever because of you buying into this thing. That is a scam, and stay away from them. And that's all I have to say about that situation. There's a lot of new lawsuits that have been popping up against this. I think there were only 2 in the beginning, and now then there's 7 or 8 of them, as people who were kind of scared to say that they had lost money on this. There are a lot of people who lost 30, 40, 50, $100,000. There's a guy on YouTube. He made a video. It's kind of sad actually about how much he lost in his life savings. Don't take out loans and put them into crypto. That is not very smart. Next up, a U.S. official has said to let cryptocurrency regulate itself. His name is Brian Quintez. I want to say Quintez. Pretty much, to not read through the entire thing, he says that while some things are good and some things are bad within cryptocurrency sphere, he thinks that what should happen is that the cryptocurrency community should unite to form a self-regulatory organization, which is what I think should happen. Though U.S. government regulation in the U.S. may come someday, it's not going to happen anytime soon. I said this before. We have about 3 to 5 years in my head. At that point, crypto should get so big that this is when governments would finally start to put a damper on the party. But until then, it's not up to the government to say exactly what we should be doing, especially because they do not know what's going on. We've had government officials and other billionaires who hate cryptocurrencies call it a bit chain before, and that is a clear indication that they have no idea what is going on. So I think this is actually very smart. I think there should be some type of organization within the crypto community, maybe even composed of the top 100 coins, who get together and say but then this makes it centralized. So how do you get around this? Because at some point regulation has to happen. We can't have 1,500 coins after a year when we only had a couple hundred. So what happens by the time we get to 2022? If we have 15,000 coins and most of these are scams and other people figure out how to scam other people or to continue posting on Twitter to get other people's monies, how do we get around this? Like, this is an honest question. How do we not go about making things centralized or controlling other people, but also make it sure that our market isn't tainted? Because eventually, if too many bad things get into our market and everything is just a scam, people will begin to exit. And then what kind of a market do we have? Just a something to think about. On the same exact note, the Malaysian central bank has pretty much said the exact same thing. They will let the public decide on cryptocurrencies. Reports from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, on February 12th, 2018, indicate the governor Muhammad Ibrahim of the Bank of Malaysia, the country's central bank, will release a concept paper on cryptocurrencies for public consideration later this month. The bank has pledged to neither ban cryptocurrencies nor classify them as fiat, because they are not fiat, but will let the market decide on which cryptocurrencies thrive and fall into obscurity. This is, I think, the first time a government has done this besides the U.S. and has publicly come out saying that they will do this. This is clear that the U.S. is kind of, they care, but they don't care. I said they only want their taxes, and that's the truth of it. But I think eventually the coins that will thrive in the future will be the ones that will kind of be backed and will have a nod from the government. That's just how I kind of feel about the entire situation. But this is something I think that's very important for the future. I think what should happen is that the market will kind of decide which are the most important coins. But then we kind of have stuff like this where people don't understand what is fake and what's not, because a lot of people aren't doing their research. I say that all the time. Please, if I tell you something, make sure you Google it for the next hour and read about it yourself. I am not a master or a wizard. And the problem is that when coins and therefore money can be created at a moment's notice, a lot of people are going to get lost in it. So some type of self-regulation has to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, because a lot of the people in the crypto community do not want anyone touching their coin. But we're going to get to a point where something is going to have to give, because the market will just continue to slam down as coin after coin after project after project after ICO after ICO is proven to be fake, and they've taken tons of people money. I think at the moment, something like 30, 40, $50 million has been, if not more, has been lost from ICOs and fake coins and BitConnect and et cetera, et cetera. So I think people will get upset at a certain point, and people will exit the market if they continue to lose their money. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys have been paying attention to everything that's been happening in the news. Nothing too major has been going on. Nothing regulation focused. Like I said, I think that entire thing was a stunt through all of January, because we've heard nothing from any country. There was some news earlier, I think, about China. This is why I think some of the prices are slightly down a bit. I think they said something about controlling miners, but they whisper something and then the market reacts. But I think just how things are now. All right. Hope you guys have a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be, whatever you might be doing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got something from it. And I will talk to all of you soon. See you.